Welcome to the Old Time Radio Westerns. I'm your host, Andrew Rhines, and let's get into this episode. This episode is going to be The Adventures of Wild Bill Hickok. Original air date is January 4th, 1952, and the title is The Legacy of Death. Let's get into it, and thanks for listening.
Kellogg's, the greatest name in cereals, presents
Wild Bill Hickok! Hiya, folks, hold on to your hats and gallop along with Guy Madison as Wild Bill Hickok and his pal Jingles, which is me, Andy Devine. We got another rootin' tootin' Wild Bill Hickok adventure story for you from the world's only talking cereal, Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Kellogg's Rice Krispies!
Kellogg's Rice Krispies brings you Wild Bill Hickok, transcribed in Hollywood and starring Guy Madison as Wild Bill and Andy Devine as his pal Jingles. In just 30 seconds, you'll hear the exciting story of The Legacy of Death. Snap, Crackle, Pop. Know what that means? Sure you do. That means Kellogg's Rice Krispies are ready to eat. Yes, sir. Because when you pour the milk or cream on Rice Krispies, they talk right up. Snap, crackle, pop, and tell you how good and crisp and fresh they taste. They're fun. They're the talking cereal. Have a big bowl of them tomorrow for breakfast. Ask Mom to buy some for you today. In the day when United States Marshal Wild Bill Hickok rode the trail of law and order in the West, his faithful deputy Jingles rode right beside him. As our story begins, Jingles is sitting on the porch of the general store in Abilene, spinning a yarn for Clem Stevens, the storekeeper, unaware of a letter which soon will take him and Wild Bill to claim a legacy of death.
Yes, sir, Clem, there we was, surrounded by 10,000 bloodthirsty Indians. Just Wild Bill and me, looking into them ferocious faces, all smeared up with gobs and gobs of war paint.
Doggone it, Jingles, tell me quick. Was you killed?
Well, sir, Bill went for his guns. Bang, bang, bang! And when the smoke cleared away, them redskins was gone. Clem, they skedaddled out of there so fast they jumped clean out of their war paint. And that's why, from that day to this, that spot is known as the Painted Desert.
Jumping harney toads. You sure do spin some wild yarns, Jingles. Hey, here comes Wild Bill now.
Yeah. Howdy, Bill.
Howdy, Jingles. Clem. Whoa, watch out. Whoa, boy.
Hey, watch your step coming up on the porch, Bill. This here's wet paint.
Right, Clem. I'll just step right on over it. There.
Hey, Bill, what you got in your hand?
Letter for you, partner. Just came to the marshal's office.
For me? Now, who in tarnation do I know that can write? Now,
It's from a law firm. Farnham, Bollinger, and Wheelock, New York City.
A law firm? Uh-oh. Look out, Jingles. Some of them lawyer fellers is full of more twists than a whole family of sidewinders.
Better read it, Jingles.
Hey, what say we go inside where it's cooler and have a listen, huh?
All right, fine. Come on, Jingles.
Well, now then, let's take a look-see here. Dear Sir. Well, now it starts off real nice, don't it? Dear Sir, that's me.
Yeah, there you see. Flattery.
This is to advise you of the death of one Boots Jones. Hey, that's my Uncle Boots.
That's your uncle in New Zealand, isn't it?
Sure. Why, Bill, I ain't seen hide nor hair of him since I was knee-high to a lop-eared jackrabbit. Huh? He was the black sheep of the family. Everybody said he'd come to a no-good end.
What else does it say, Jingles?
Huh? Well, I'll be hornswoggled.
Well, what is it, Dad blasted?
Well, it says here Uncle Boots left me a ranch in Texas, the Lazy J. Why, bless his old heart. He always was the nicest, sweetest feller you'd ever want to meet. Lucky, Bill.
Yeah, let me see it. Yep, that's what it says.
Read it, Bill.
We have been retained to seek the long-lost nephew of said Boots Jones.
That's me. I'm rich. Whee!
Hey, hold on, partner. There's a catch in it.
No, I knew it. That ornery old Uncle Boots, he always had an ace up his sleeve.
Hey, listen. We have reason to believe that you are the missing heir. However, to claim the estate, you must contact me in the town of Gila Fork, Texas, before the 30th of this month to prove your identity. Yours truly, Gerald Wheelock.
Well, what do you know? The Lazy J, Texas. Boy, oh boy. Just think. Oh, that nice, soft life, partner. No more trouble, no more dodging bullets, nothing but peace and quiet.
Look out, Jingle. Somebody's shooting through the window.
Get down, Clem. He's out on the porch.
Come on, Jingles. Let's go. He's getting away.
I'm with you, Bill. There he goes.
Hold your fire, Jingles. He's out of range.
Look, Bill, that low-down bushwhacker, he's run our horses off, too.
What was that you were saying about peace and quiet, Jingles?
That old hoot was shooting at you, Jingles.
Me? But, well, darned if he wasn't. Look, 3 holes in my hat.
Yes, and what's worse, the varmint tracked his boots right through my fresh paint.
You know, partner, I think I will be going to Hickok with you after all.
Huh? You will? You mean it, Bill?
Yep, because it sure looks like somebody doesn't want you to get there.
Kids, just before the show started today, Slim was saying there was one thing suited him just right come breakfast.
You said it, Charlie. Kellogg's Rice Krispies.
Well, now, come to think of it, I did say that. But, Slim, you sing it. Will you trot out that little snap, crackle, pop tune of yours for us?
Here it comes. Good Rice Krispies, snap, crackle, and pop. Kids, it's a wonderful thing to hear the talking cereal. It makes you want to sing all about snap, crackle, and pop. Rice Krispies good for you. They're fun to listen to, fun to eat. Eat Kellogg's Rice Krispies. We do.
And isn't that the truth, kids? That talking cereal sure is fun to eat. It looks so good, it tastes so good, and it even tells you it is good. Yes, sir, when you pour the milk on Kellogg's Rice Krispies, they talk right up with a snap, crackle, pop to tell you how fresh and crisp they are. Oh, you'll go for them. You'll like them with berries or fruit on top, too. Ask Mom to get you a couple of packages of Kellogg's Rice Krispies the very next time she goes to the store. Will you do that? Then I'll bet you'll be singing Slim's little song about
good Rice Krispies, snap, crackle, and pop. Kids, it's a wonderful thing to hear the talking cereal. It makes you want to sing all about snap, crackle, and pop. Rice Krispies good for you. They're fun to listen to, fun to eat. Eat Kellogg's Rice Krispies. We do.
All right, Bucko, remember, it's Kellogg's Rice Krispies for you tomorrow for breakfast. Now let's get back to Wild Bill Hickok. It's Saturday night in Gila Fork, Texas, as Wild Bill and Jingles ride into town to claim Jingles' inheritance, the Lazy J Ranch. The wooden boardwalk is swarming with ranchers, miners, and cowboys in for a good time. Buckboards and ponies line the dusty street in front of stores and gambling halls, and from the Lost Hope Cafe comes the music of an old piano.
Whoa, Joker. Well, Bill, looks like we made it. You know, maybe that bushwhacker wasn't shooting at me after all.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe he thinks he got you.
Yeah. Suppose we ought to ride out to the Lazy J and get the lay of the land?
First thing we got to do is contact that lawyer, Wheelock. You've got to prove your claim to the Lazy J before midnight, the 30th, and that's tomorrow.
Well, what happens to the ranch if I don't?
That's just what I want to find out.
Well, this here's his room, Bill.
Go ahead and knock, Jingles.
But the more I think about it, the less I think I'm going to like being a landowner.
All right, I'll knock.
Well, no answer. Well, we tried anyway.
Jingles, listen.
Sounds like trouble. Come on, Bill. Look, Bill, somebody's rolling on the floor, roped and tied like a bulldog calf.
Hey, take it easy, mister. Let's get this gag out of your mouth.
Help! Robbers! Police!
Shh, it's all right, mister. We're the law now.
You? Oh, merciful heaven. I want to go back to New York right now.
You'll have to wait till we get you untied, mister.
Knocked over the head, bound, gagged, and robbed, sir. If this is a sample of your Western hospitality,
All right. You can get up now.
Well, that's better. You at least are a gentleman. I thank you, sir. May I ask your name?
It's Hickok, United States Marshal.
Yep, and I'm Jingle.
Jingles. Well, then you must be... Well, sir.
That's right, Uncle Boots' long-lost nephew.
Yes. Quiet. Yeah, but there's only one way I can be sure.
How's that, Mr. Wheelock?
Well, you see, my client left a list of personal questions, sir, which his nephew was to answer in order to identify himself.
Well, start asking them then. I'm ready.
Yes, but you see, I'm not. The list is gone. That's what was stolen from me.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Let's get this straight. Just what was stolen?
But that's all. Just my portfolio with a list of questions.
And without that list, my partner can't prove his claim to the Lazy J. Is that right?
I'm afraid not, sir. And he's only got till midnight tomorrow to do it.
Let me ask you one more thing, Mr. Wheelock. Suppose my partner doesn't get that ranch. Who does?
Well, the provisions of the will state that if Jingles can't identify himself by the designated time, the ranch goes to the foreman of the Lazy J, Joe Tucker, and to his family.
Uh-huh. Mr. Wheelock, will you do me a favor?
Consider it done, sir.
Then just don't say anything to anybody about seeing Jingles and me in Gila Fork.
Well, just as you say, sir, but
You see, Joe Tucker's about to have some visitors, and I think it might be better if you don't know who they were.
So this is the Lazy J. Some layout, huh, Bill?
It sure is, Jingles.
Hey, look, Bill, someone's coming out on the porch.
Howdy, strangers. Glad to see you.
Woo, Buckshot, woo, boy.
Oh, Joker, hold up here.
Howdy, mister.
What can I do for you, boys?
Oh, nothing, thanks. We're just riding through.
Oh, can't you sit a spell and cool your saddles? See, you're just in time for supper. How about it? Plenty of baked ham and sweet taters for both of you.
Well, come to think of it, Bill, something does smell mighty nourishing.
I think my partner's just made up our minds, mister.
Good. Oh, Ma, had a couple more places. We're having company.
Sure enough, Pa. Glad to have him.
Now, you can just climb down and follow me, boys. Name's Joe Tucker, but you might as well call me Paul. Everyone else does.
All right, thanks, Paul. My name's Bill, and this is my partner, Mr. Smith.
Huh? Mr. Who? Oh, yeah. That's me, Mr. Smith. Smitty, they call me.
Well, I'm glad to know you, Smitty. Well, here's the washstand. Now, just make yourself at home while I go see if I can help Ma get the grub on a little faster.
Say, Bill, he seems like a real nice feller, don't he?
Hey, Jingles. Remember the green paint that Clem Stevens was using on the front steps of his store?
You mean just before that bushwhacker started shooting at me from the porch? Sure, I remember.
Well, you see that black saddle hanging over the sawhorse there?
Huh? I see it.
Well, I'm just wondering how the stirrups got smeared with green paint.
Ooh, I've been starving for a meal like this for a long, long time.
You poor boy. How long you been hungry?
Well, near as I can remember, Ma. All my life.
And that's the truth.
Say, Ma, I noticed there's an extra place set at the table here. I sure hope I ain't at somebody else's dinner, too.
No, that's Roy's place.
Oh.
He took his dinner upstairs with him to his room.
Roy's our son, boys. He don't cotton much to strangers.
That's funny, Paul. You folks seem friendly.
Yeah, but Roy, he ain't like Ma and me. You see, he run off from home when he was only a sprout. That was 14 years ago. And we ain't seen or heard of him until just about a week ago.
Yeah, poor boy. He's changed an awful lot.
Yeah, hardly knew him at all when he come home. Except for that little silver concha medal I gave him when he was a boy.
Wonder what made him come back after all these years.
Well, I don't like to think of it, Bill, but I reckon he wants his share of the ranch.
But I thought you said it wasn't yours, Paul.
Well, it looks like we might inherit it. That is, let something happen.
Such as what, Paul?
Well, you see, the old man left the ranch to a long-lost nephew of his, a feller named Jingles. And if he shows up to claim it for tomorrow night, the Lazy J goes to him.
Yeah, and it just don't seem right. Pa's worked for 20 years trying to build the Lazy J into a top flight spread. If anybody deserves to get it, Pa does.
Now, Ma, I reckon the old man knowed what he was doing.
Oh, it just breaks my heart to think of some young whippersnapper stepping in here and living off the fruits of Pa's hard work. It really does.
Well, I don't blame you, Ma. It's a crying shame, that's what it is. A crying shame.
them two saddle tramps took their time about getting out of here.
Hello, Roy.
Oh, no, son, you oughtn't to feel like that. If you like folks, folks will like you.
Don't preach to me, Ma. Don't you worry none about me. As soon as I get my share of the spread, I'm getting out of here. You won't have to bother with me never no more.
Now, listen, son. I always hoped you'd come back someday so as you could take over the ranch after I'm gone.
I ain't no rancher, Pa. But old man Jones left the ranch to you and your family. Well, that's me. I'm family, ain't I?
Yep, I'm afraid you are.
So I'm selling my third to Phil Corbett.
Roy, your pa's worked mighty hard to make something of this ranch. And now you want to split it up with pa's worst enemy.
I had enough of this. I'm going into town where I don't have to listen to it.
Doggone it, Roy. Sometimes I wish that Jingles feller would show up, just to keep you from getting your share.
He ain't showed up yet. And you know, Pa, I got a funny feeling he ain't never gonna show up at all. Well, tomorrow's the big day, Phil. Ma and Pa Tucker get the Lazy J, and I sell my piece of the spread to you.
Yeah, I waited a long time for that day. You're sure the Tuckers don't suspect anything?
I tell you, I got 'em eating out of my hand. I'm just like one of the family.
You are one of the family. Don't ever forget that.
Yeah, I know. But they ain't too happy about it.
I don't blame her for that. But you were the best son I could get him on short notice.
What kind of fellow was Roy Tucker, Phil?
Oh, I don't know. Wild sort of kid. A little too slow on the draw.
Yeah, or you were a little too fast, Phil.
I had no choice. I tried to make a deal with him when I found him heading home.
You're smart, Phil. This silver concha medal you took off him really convinced him that I was him.
Wait a minute, you jughead. Who's just coming through the swinging doors?
Huh? Phil, it's Jingle.
Yes, and that Hickok with him.
They're coming over this way.
They got wind of something. Those two could blow the scheme higher than a kite.
What'll we do,
Now,
Phil?
you stay put. It's you they're looking at.
Where are you going?
Out the back way. You talk to them here. I'll come around the building and get behind them. If there's any trouble, I can get them both in the back.
All right, Phil.
Your name, Roy Tucker?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm Bill Hickok, United States Marshal.
I know.
And I'm Jingles, the fellow you tried to plug in Abilene, you ornery little bushwhacker.
Take it easy, Jingles. We don't want any trouble, Roy. We know your folks. But you better come along with us and answer a few questions.
Not so fast, Hickok. Get him, Phil! You did it, Phil. You got them both.
This is Charlie Lyon again, friends. These days, it's mighty pleasant to be able to talk about something everyone likes and wants more of. Isn't that right, Slim?
Are you talking about money, Mr. Lyon?
I'm talking about Kellogg's Rice Krispies.
Well, sir, now you're talking. I'm for Kellogg's Rice Krispies every day in the year.
Then how about singing like you are?
Good Rice Krispies, snap, crackle, and pop. Kids, it's a wonderful thing to hear the talking cereal. It makes you want to sing all about snap, crackle, and pop. Rice Krispies good for you. They're fun to listen to, fun to eat. Eat Kellogg's Rice Krispies.
We do. Do you? You'll find they make a delicious breakfast, fresh as spring sunshine. In fact, that's how come Rice Krispies are called the talking cereal. They're so fresh and crisp that when you pour milk on them, they talk right up. Snap, crackle, pop.
Try 'em with fruit or berries on top. That's a tasty combination.
It is. Try it. You're sure to enjoy it. Kellogg's Rice Krispies and fresh canned or frozen fruit or berries. Pick up a couple of packages of Kellogg's Rice Krispies the very next time you're at the store. Will you do that? And have some for breakfast soon. Now back to Wild Bill Hickok. The clue of the paint-smeared stirrups has led Wild Bill and Jingles to the Lost Hope Cafe and to the man who poses as Pa Tucker's son. As they start to question him, gunshots blast in the doorway where Phil Corbett stands, and Bill and Jingles drop to the floor in a hail of lead.
You got him, Phil. You got them both.
Not so fast, mister.
Look out, Phil. He's still moving.
Oh, shut off the lights, Bill.
Jingles, where are you?
Here, Bill, under the table.
You hurt bad, partner?
No, but one of them bullets sure put a part in my hair. How about you, Bill?
Can't use my right arm. Looks like we walked into a trap, partner.
Ought to get a light.
I'll shoot the first man who does.
Phil, let's get out of here.
Stay where you are, you fool. Make for that door and they'll cut you down in the light.
What are we going to do, Bill? We can't see him. See him here in the dark. He's over there, Bill. Quiet.
Trick. Trying to get me to shoot first.
What you doing, Bill?
Taking off my gun belt. Better give me a hand, Jingles. This arm of mine is pretty stiff.
All right. There you go.
Yeah. I'll strap one of my guns to this table leg, muzzle facing down.
All right. But how come, Bill?
Now get this rawhide lacing out of my jacket.
All right.
Good. Now loop one end around the trigger. Careful now.
Got it.
All right, we'll start crawling toward the back wall. Quiet like. All right. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm gonna yank this cord.
It worked, Bill. He fired at the first flag.
Hickok, you knocked my gun right out of my hand. Oh, my fingers.
I'm getting out of here.
Stop right where you are, Roy. You'll make a perfect target in that doorway.
All right. Don't shoot, Hickok. I give up.
That's better. Stand right there and you won't get hurt. All right, somebody light some lamps.
Whew, well, that's better. Say, now, that wasn't such bad shooting, Bill. In the dark.
I got to get a doctor. My hand.
Looks like we'll all be seeing that doctor, mister. Only you two are going to be seeing it behind bars.
Well, Bill, the doctor says you're going to be all right now.
Sure I am, Ma.
Yes, sir. Bill Corbett and that sneak he was passing off as our boy. Figured things out pretty slick, Bill. But they sure weren't using their heads when they tried shooting it out with you.
Well, they never do learn, Pa. They just never do learn.
And Jingles, I'm going to like working for you. Yes, sir. I don't mind not getting a lazy J. Now I know what kind of nephew the old man has.
Huh? But I ain't getting the ranch, Pa. You are. Ain't that right, Mr. Wheelock?
Yes. You see, sir, when we recovered the list of questions from Phil Corbett, it seemed that Mr. Jingles here couldn't answer them all.
Oh.
So the Lazy J is yours, Mr. Tucker.
Well, Dad, blast it, I won't take it, Jingles.
Well, now, if you don't, Pa, it's going to get mighty lonesome out there. Because as soon as Bill's arm is better, we're heading back to Abilene.
But Jingle.
Now, just you all clear out of here. All of you now. My partner's had enough excitement. Now, go on. Go on now. Skedaddle. Get.
Well, all right, Jingles. Now stop shoving. So long, Bill.
So long, Pa.
See you soon, son.
Right, Ma. Hey, Jingles, you did know the answers to those questions, didn't you?
Huh? Oh, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But shucks, Bill, I don't want to be no rancher. It's too plumb dangerous. I just want to stick with you, where it's safe and quiet, partner.
And now, here are the stars of Wild Bill Hickok, Guy Madison, and Andy Devine.
That's it for today, folks. Thanks for being with us. What's the show for Monday, Andy?
Oh, it's a real humdinger, Guy. About the time Wild Bill turned outlaw to solve the mystery of the Missouri Kid. Be with us, will you?
Meanwhile, Andy and I also hope you'll remember to get Kellogg's Rice Krispies.
Right. It's the world's only talking cereal.
You bet it is. Andy and I think Kellogg's Rice Krispies are great. So long.
See you Monday.
Yes, sir. Kellogg's, the greatest name in cereals, has brought you another exciting story of Wild Bill Hickok, starring Guy Madison and Andy Devine in person. Today's cast included Irene Tedrow, Ralph Moody, Jack Crucian, Jess Kirkpatrick, and Bill Baucom. Our director is Paul Pierce. Music by Dick O'Round. This is a David Heyer production, transcribed in Hollywood. And don't forget to listen Monday, same time, same station, when Wild Bill Hickok solves the mystery of the Missouri Kid. Now, this is Charlie Lyon speaking for Kellogg's Rice Krispies, the world's only talking cereal. Kellogg's Corn Flakes, America's favorite ready-to-eat cereal, and Kellogg's Sugar Corn Pops, the cereal with the sweetening already on it.
This has been a presentation of OTRWesterns.com, and we hope you enjoyed. Please take some time to like and rate our shows in your favorite podcast application. Follow us on Facebook by going to OTRWesterns.com/Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by going to OTRWesterns.com/YouTube. And send us an email, podcast@OTRWesterns.com. You can call and leave us a voicemail, 707-986-8739. This episode is copyright under the Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike copyright. For more information, go to OTRWesterns.com/copyright. Have a great day, and thanks for listening.